Yeah.
Just take the left one and put it right.
Yeah, left one, flip it. Okay, so
Alright.
that's just a normal cap. I don't have any of that, so that's scary. I don't even know what the hell that is.
All this stuff?
Yeah.
This is all like vacuum lines and shit.
Yeah.
Just vacuum.
And then that's your
air
ignition coil, which I need to get one of those or find mine.
So air, and right there, and there. And I'll just do this randomly as we.
The next thing is this harness.
Okay, the harness following the rail from the front of the car. Okay, goes back to the fender well, hits that Y and comes straight up into this boost sensor, and it's got this weird plug here in it, and it's just this big wad of bullshit. So this sensor came off. It's this plug. You're going.
Okay, so now
This plug goes down to the body harness. It looks like that, which plugs into that little box on the bottom of this, which is attached to the boost sensor.
Alternator all disconnected too.
And then the last one that goes in, that's it. That's the only thing holding it in. So boost sensor out. Okay, turbo motor, BG30ET, it's January 1st. This is the actual engine harness on the motor. These are the two things that go into the hole by the battery. I know this one goes down into the bottom, the one that's hard to find. And then these guys are actually what go into pretty sure that goes like that inside the actual firewall, and that probably pinches like there, and everything goes back to that, and that's in the battery side of the compartment. So we have purple and yellow, and then we'll have three other ones. So then 1, 2, 3. So that matches up, and then we go up to here. On this motor we have 3 splits on this harness. Apparently these weren't needed on the extra harness. I don't know what this clip is, but we'll see. I don't necessarily remember what these go to, but I'm sure that Matt saw. And like I said, those go into the hole. So then we come up and follow this, and then it splits off. And the first split off is here. And what it goes to first is this crazy ass, I don't know what that is. But then the next one is all these wires that I don't even know where they originate. But what do they go to? And the answer is right here. And these wires are fucking chewed up, and that is bad news for me. Now this wire right here goes to all those. If you can see in there, they're just square clips. And what we can do, Matt, if you're watching this, is we can take my rail of injectors and see which ones fit on the injectors with the actual harness. So that'd be easy. So the next thing is, you know, this goes from there all the way back to all these, and then the next ones come off, and there's one down there that's a ground, it looks like, but I'm not positive, but it comes out just a little nipple right there, and that's towards the front of the motor. And then you come down here, and this big fat one branches off into one, and then goes into this guy, whatever that is. I have no idea what that actually is. And then this big one right here, right in front of the motor. So basically, when it splits off, as long as you find the actual injectors, the rest of them just kind of line up. This one right here, like I said, was one of the first ones that came. It's actually attached to something, and then they stop there. There's this, no, that goes down there, so that's fine. There's another one in there. You can see right here that goes down and around and up and into the distributor. So the distributor one is also this, it looks like. And then we can route that any way you want, I suppose. Now, when you come up and around and you split, the first ones that you see are going to be the injectors. So same thing on this side. This injector goes down probably to the throttle body, or not injector, but this part of the harness probably goes down to the throttle body. And then there's the O2 sensor. From there comes down here. It's a gray plastic, and that goes to the O2 sensor. So you'll have to route that different for yours. And then there's a big one that comes down and just goes to the MAF and the turbo sensor. It's a boost sensor. And then I think there's a couple other things down there, EGR related, like emissions and stuff. Right here, this whatever this intake thing is, has a weird black plug that comes out of the end of what looks to be the injector area. And then there's this plug, that plug, that plug, which looks like it plugs up to nothing. I have no idea what that was plugged to, but it was a specific one, so it won't be hard. And then this guy is just a ground to the distributor, I think. And it goes down to this little guy right here, so follow that. So it looks pretty self-explanatory. What I'm going to do is set down the camera and go through my extra harness, which is sitting there. This is actually the harness that I plan on using for my car, and hopefully that can see us. Okay. So, firewall, this is on the inside. Here's the actual firewall cushion, or whatever. And then it comes up to its I'm going to actually do this straight so it doesn't confuse me. But so here's the firewall. This is inside the car right here. Correct side of the motor. This is right outside, so this goes up and under and over. And then this goes up to the motor. And the first split off is this, and these are all just these injectors and stuff that go right here. And then this splits around the motor and then does the same exact thing. These are these right here. That's not pointing right. You can't even see that. Should be better. So everything I said, firewall up and around the battery area with the orange and green, and then up to the motor, around to all these injectors, and then all these injectors, which is just 3. And then you have a ground and another one of these hidden ones that I'm sure we can just plug in. I mean, if there's stuff there to plug in, that should fit. And then a black one, a gray one,